Today's Tuesday, and it's the, let's have a look, 7th of November 2023, and we've come down to Santa Ponsa. It's the end of the season, so we're going to look to see what's open, what isn't open. I don't think it's going to be very much open, but we'll have a look and we'll see. So one of the things we noticed, we've got the bulldozers out on the beach, tidying it all up, but we've also got the defences out to stop the wind erosion of the sand, and got the workers out tidying it up. McDonald's across the road there, that's all closed, and the H10 hotel, that's closed too. So it's what time we got? Just after 11 o'clock in the morning. Nearly 12 o'clock.
Is it?
It is indeed. Doesn't time fly when you're having fun? It felt like 11 o'clock when we came out of the house. Where did those minutes go to? You can see here on the beach they've been all over it. There's been a lot of wind recently. A little bit of rain, but a lot of wind, quite strong wind, and that's been blowing the seaweed in from the bottom, and that's got washed up on the shore, and that's what we seem to be clearing or moving around. It is used to stabilise the beach a little bit.
Decided we're going to go this way, didn't we?
Yeah, the beach bar's all now closed. I've got a feeling Burger King may well stay open across the road there. Certainly did in the past. It's got all its motorbikes out there for deliveries. And Santa Ponsa does have quite a large residential area on the outskirts, up the hill in front of us, and all around behind as well. So some things certainly do stay open here in Santa Ponsa. If you've got the people to support it, then places will stay open.
The sea looks a lovely colour, doesn't it?
Pardon?
The sea looks a lovely colour.
It does, and it doesn't actually look too rough considering how breezy it is. There are still one or two people on the beach, not many though. Start to see the big piles of seaweed that have been washed up. And this is something we get every year, so it's nothing unusual. Still got to get the tractors over to this. Well, I'm not sure whether they're going to do anything. Tractors obviously have been here. The tracks are there. There's a wall of seaweed. And seaweed on the wall. Cafe bar we've stopped at in the past, that's all now fenced off. And not many boats out, one or two, but not many. I think when we came down here, we came with Angela, didn't we?
Yeah, but did we walk all along here?
We walked, well, we didn't walk all the way along because it was broken, it was damaged. We'd had another big storm before, and it had broke some of this boardwalk. So it'd be interesting to see if that's been repaired. No, obviously they do need to do some work here. Look, some of the planking missing. It's not safe. But yeah, when we came just 2 or 3 weeks ago, there was quite a bit of damage just around the corner, so we didn't actually go any further. It's much calmer today. The seaweed has got blown up, washed up. And because it is a bit turbulent, then the sea doesn't look so clean. And even the pebbles have got washed up here, look. Shows how bad the storm was. I think probably this is where we stopped before. We'll try and negotiate a little bit further today.
They haven't repaired it yet, have they?
It doesn't look like it. So this is where all the pebbles have been washed in. Now that's quite incredible, really. That's a lot of debris, big pebbles at that. And you can see some of the wood that's got broken, smashed. And now we've got a bit of boardwalk. Get a little bit further along. That's become more broken up. So definitely some work to be done before the season next year.
It's quite a while ago this was done now, isn't it?
Well, yeah. So I suppose normally we go that way, we can go that way as well, it's a bit easier. And brings us out onto this nice big terrace that's now completely empty. As all of the restaurants along here have shut up shop. Swimming pool's been cordoned off. Some glass here. Got blown in from, I'm guessing, over here somewhere. Swimming pool, I suppose they're not too worried about it at the moment, but it's pretty unsightly. People do actually live in these apartments, so maybe somebody will come down and just give it a bit of a clean out. The ropes look to be damaged. And here we see more rocks that have been thrown up, washed up. Moving on to this terrace here, they've not actually cleared it away at all. Big rocks. Globales Verdemar apartments. It was all a big hole at the beginning of the season from the storms we had before, and it was filled in with concrete, and obviously people walked through the soft concrete and left their footprints, some of which have been filled in. I noticed some of that has started to crack away.
Has it been done recently, do you think?
Beginning of the season this was done, or yeah, end of last season. It's 23 degrees. It feels a bit cooler because of the wind that we've got. It's quite a breeze. But as we went past one of the pharmacies, 23 degrees came up. So quite pleasant temperatures. There are some markings out here on the ground, which usually indicate they're going to do some work. In the summer months, people will be sitting out here with their beds,
People sitting out there
parasols up there. We've just got a couple of sunbathers. These are the hardened ones. I went to pick the girls up from school yesterday. It is quite funny between the locals and the visitors and the foreigners like us, because I'm still wearing my shorts and I plan to wear my shorts for a lot longer. But, one of the ladies that was picking her daughter up, who was all wrapped up in her woolies, got her long trousers on, and she was quite shocked to see Indian shorts, was it? Freya in shorts, and did comment on it.
Says Adam always wears those things. A bit like Ollie and Leon, they're the same.
It's definitely shorts weather, this is. I mean, 23 degrees, goodness. If it was 23 degrees and you were in Blackpool, you'd be in the sea. Well, maybe not. Not in Blackpool anyway. I don't know. The Isle of Wight. Long time since we've been in Blackpool. Went to Blackpool to see Joseph, didn't we?
You did.
Joseph from the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Many years ago, took the children. I'm guessing that's more than 30 years ago. So we discovered that doing this walk this way round is much easier.
It was last time, so
It
let's see.
appeared to be much easier than doing the long climb up that hill. It just looks a little bit different as well. You notice things like this path. I hadn't really noticed that down there before. And then this walkway, which for years actually had a fence saying don't come this way because it was dangerous. And then they did actually eventually do a little bit of repair work, but as you can see, I think they may need to come back and finish the job because this is all come away now. Feels pretty solid, but it's definitely broken away. And we've got the steps up, so a little bit of a beach here. Headley Beach. which some of the locals will use to go for a swim. There's lots and lots of apartments here, lots of steps to climb now. Now the rickety handrail is, it feels pretty solid. The restaurant, that's the one that was all smashed up with a storm a long time ago. It's been repaired, but it's still for sale. And just right in front of us, there's the cross, and that's the entrance to the port. A lot of people go to the beach and forget that there's actually a port down there. And it's not a big port, but it's got quite a lot of boats in it, and that's the entrance. But to get to it, you've got to walk all the way along the road there and up past the cross. From the cross you can look down into the port. Earlier on, at the beginning of September, they had the landing and the battle of the Moors and the Christians. We didn't actually make it this year, but I can't remember for what reason, but we didn't make it to try and do that next year. Here's another little cove. I don't usually film it from this angle. Again, it's got lots and lots of seaweed washed up. What a big block that is. This is residential, so people who live here all the year round. Some people just have them for holiday apartments. You can hear workers are in there. They don't usually allow work during the holiday period, during the summer months. We're now into November, so you can do that. See the steps in the distance, they're all completely broken up. They've never been repaired. Carry on. This bit was a bit rickety, wasn't it? It feels okay. Somebody's coming along with hammer and nail, some screws. Now when we're in the shade, or there's no wind, it does feel a lot warmer. And even in the shade it feels quite warm. We can see the steps all broken down there, so a little bit dangerous getting down to the sea that way. Oh, and the handrail has completely come off here. I think that was the one that we saw before. More steps to go up. Tiny little steps, these. Beautiful view. I think they've blocked off those steps that go down to the sea. And I've got to go up there now. I'm going to turn it off because you just can hear me puffing and panting till I get to the top. So, see you on the other side. Well, we made it to the top. A bit of a slog. When you get to the top, oh, there's a bar. That's tempting, isn't it?
I bet we should go down to the bottom and have one.
Well, we're going to have a look at the square, which I'm guessing is closed up for the season. Taxi driver waiting for a fare. must be a little bit crushing on taxi drivers. They pay a fortune to have the right to use a taxi, and they really have to make all that money back in the summer and more to keep them through the winter, because there's a lot less taxi rides at this time of the year. So that's the square. Events of the week, they have lots of things on normally, but I think we might find it's the end of the square for this season, and the entertainment's gone, the chairs have gone, and the bars have closed. Has had a tricky few years. COVID obviously didn't do it much good, but even post-COVID it found it difficult to get back to the popularity that it had before.
It always looks very unappealing to me, don't you think?
Yeah, well, I must say so. You look down here and all the tiles are cracked and broken. They've been replaced. And obviously some people, some of the bars or whatever, they said, well, we need to do the bit in front of our bar. So some bits have been done, but then the bit next to it's been done in a different tile. And so there's a bit of a lack of consistency. But it is pretty much all closed up. All the bars have stacked their chairs. Stage, because they've still got the lights on them, but they've been covered over. Is that one bar that's still open, or are they? Looks like there might be one bar open in the square. And this is the Santa Ponsa Community Church. That's it. And just as a point, if you saw the video we did a few weeks ago on the raging seas of Costa de la Calma, they're actually just down there.
I think they'll be very raging now, won't they?
I don't know, it's quite breezy, so it could still be quite turbulent down there. The problem is with this, some of the places closed down with COVID, they never reopened, and they've sort of been left a little bit derelict and unused, and that's how they've been all summer. So pool tables have been there, like in a pretty sorry state. Slate's been taken as well. I think that one's past its sell-by date, but it just doesn't leave that nice feeling. It needs a really big facelift, big investment just to get all these tiles sorted, the place looking nice again. Let's obviously look after the gardens. The gardens here are reasonable. They too need a bit of a trim though, but they have been kept quite nice. Not sure whether the fountains worked this season. I haven't seen it working. But oh, how quiet it is. All the tables and chairs are out here. I wonder if that might open up later on. Whether they just haven't managed to tie them away yet. And then, because there's one bar open, only one, that's where everybody goes, and it's reasonably busy. Well, the taxi arrived, no fares to be had. Some of the bars will have recently closed up, and now's the time to clear out and just get it ready for the next season, or make it so there's less work to do at the beginning of the next season. A lot of glass on the floor, so street cleaners need to come down. I guess they do it less frequently in the winter time. But is this one that's open? Some lights on. Yep. This is the butcher's. A little souvenir shop next to it.
See, butcher's open there.
Again, no clients.
Why not?
I think the reason I like this way round is because once we've got to the top of this hill, that's it. It's all steady downhill into Santa Ponsa, into the main part of Santa Ponsa. We are in Santa Ponsa. And we'll start to see the Servende signs going up. Servende for sale. And we see Traspasso signs, which means to pass over the business. We're in the sun again, and it's feeling very warm again. So warm to her, and he just had to take her cardigan off. She went back to the car to get it, and now she's had to take it off. Hairdressers are open. Beauty salon. And
That you can see over there.
Victoria's open. Oh, nice view, nice view. It's lovely how the sun glistens off the sea. It's got a few little waves there, and it just makes it look so pretty. This is the Florimar. Flowers in the sea. And these are residential again. There's one up there for sale or rent. Apartment for sale or rent. guessing it might have quite a view over the top. So I'm going to capture the sun. Some steps if you wanted to go down the sea to the sea from here.
Don't fancy those steps.
No, I don't fancy those steps either.
Well?
Or you could go up if you wanted a view from higher up. I don't fancy those steps at all. Trees definitely need a little bit of a trim now. Catching me now. I'm sure that'll be done over the coming weeks.
These trees need a bit of a trim, don't they?
I can hear an echo.
I didn't hear you say it. I just thought the same as you.
This is the other side of the Globalis Verd de Mar. Verd de Mar we saw from the other side as we were walking along the front. And the cash machines, they all get closed up. Most of them get closed up during the winter time. And these blocks on this side, these are residential blocks again, so there's a need for a little supermarket, so a little supermarket there, I'm guessing stays open all the time. And there's a steady flow of customers, from workers who are working in the area to people who are living in the area, and the occasional tourist who might have an apartment here, comes out for the winter months. Someone was asking me about the 90-day rule, and I've read in the paper that Spain is petitioning the European Union to allow it to let British passport holders stay more than 90 days. And they were asking my opinion, and I just can't see it happening, because it's a European rule, it's not a Spanish rule, and you can't let people to come into Spain to enjoy all of that time more than 90 days. It can't be done, because once you're in Spain, you're in the Schengen area, and that means you can go to anywhere else in the European Union. So I really just can't see how that could happen. The only way to extend it is to get some sort of a visa, and that becomes well, expensive and complicated. If you want to come and live here, you've got to have a visa if you're coming from the UK with a UK passport. Easier if you've got an EU passport, you can just come along. So yeah, I don't think it will happen. I don't think the 90-day rule is going to even be looked at by the European Union. Could be wrong. If I hear anything, I'll let you all know for sure. I've lost Anita. Where did she disappear to? You know what? She must have seen a shop open. Ah, she did indeed. If you work for a company in the UK that allows you to work from home, then there is a visa that you can get fairly easily, which is called a nomad visa, and that allows you to come and work in Spain with this nomad visa, so long as you're being paid by a company from outside the European Union. So that's an option for some people. Oh, the Tobaccos is open, and I'm guessing the Indian is going to be opening later on. We haven't been here this season, but we came a while ago and we really enjoyed the meal we had here.
Do Just Eat as well.
Maybe they'll stay open. Or souvenir shop across the road open. There's an Eroski supermarket down below, that's open as well. Starting now as we get towards the roundabout here, going down towards the beach, seeing a lot more places open. Way down to the beach there.
Have a drink here.
What a good idea. The Acapulco. Well, the Acapulco cafeteria is pretty busy, and so we've stopped off there. We've got a coffee. So, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
We'll enjoy our coffee there. Well, a lovely coffee there at the Acapulco. Very reasonably priced. Lots of locals in there.
380 was it?
380. There we go. It's not bad, is it? I don't know. Anyway, we're nearly finished now. We'll just walk down to the beach. And then we'll go off home for lunch. Level 69.
Didn't this shop belong to one of the Indian people?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Right in the cross there, I am.
It was Pankaj.
A lot of our former students have got shops here and there around the island, or bars, or hotels. Here we are, just down here, just back to the beach. There's a lot of people now on the beach in the distance, and people actually going into the sea as well. Who'd have thought it? Ferry going out on the horizon. I've got to book a ferry for our holiday next year. I'll tell you more about that later on. If you haven't already sent me a Christmas photo or Christmas video or whatever, then plenty of time, so just keep it in mind. I think I've got about 20 at the moment, so that's really great. And I have started putting them together, and the idea is to publish on Christmas Day, so I'll need to get it ready for a day or two beforehand. Anisha's going to have to record me some music. I think she said she was going to do some duets with Serena when she comes over just before Christmas.
Right too.
We'll see. So yeah, if you want to send me a Christmas photo, then please do, and I'll include it with the Christmas messages that are coming along. Write a little message with it, say who it's from, where it is, what it is, and I'll include that. It's like a crazy golf course now, isn't it? Obviously been patting it down with a digger. Yeah, lots of people going for a swim. There's no lifeguards on duty now. All of that's finished. Though earlier on in the year, or earlier on in the summer actually, Calvia were saying 365. I wonder if that's going to happen. They're actually, all the representatives from Baleares are in London at the moment for the World Tourism Fair, and they're praising the English. I wonder why they've forgotten the Scottish and the Welsh and the Irish. Anyway, they're praising the English so much so they're going to celebrate St George's Day next year.
Who are praising them?
The government, the representatives of the government from Mallorca. Even the English don't celebrate St George's Day very well, so it'd be quite something if they did it here. Anyway, I'll keep you posted on that bit of news as well. So thanks very much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.